Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Family, friends, and a community coming together today in Grand Rapids to remember and say their final goodbyes to Patrick Lyoya. He is the 26-year-old man from Grand Rapids that was shot and killed by a Grand Rapids police officer. His death has led to many calls for justice, and today Lyoya was laid to rest. You are looking live at this afternoon's funeral services as mourners have filed in to pay their respects. Priya Mann joins us live today, and Priya, it's certainly been, well, it's been an emotional couple of weeks, but certainly an emotional time for especially Patrick Lyoya's family.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there's been times his parents are seated at the front row and they have just been inconsolable. The funeral was set to begin at 11 this morning, but as you mentioned, there has just been a steady stream of mourners. That funeral service is just getting underway now in Grand Rapids. You know, this has been a case that has galvanized attention. In a white casket with a flag of the Democratic Republic of Congo draped over it, loved ones are grieving the death of Patrick Lyoya. His parents are seated in the front row as people are making their way past the casket. About 1,500 people are expected to attend the service at Renaissance Church of God in Christ in Grand Rapids. The 26-year-old Congolese immigrant was shot to death on April 4th by a Grand Rapids police officer during a traffic stop. The officer's name has not been released. Lyoya's death and the video, which was released 9 days later, has sparked protests calling for police reform. Let's take another live look in Grand Rapids at that church where funeral services are just getting underway for Patrick Lyoya. We are waiting to hear from Reverend Al Sharpton. Sharpton, as well as the National Action Network, has pledged to help cover funeral costs. Again, that funeral was set to begin at 11 a.m. 1,500 people are expected to attend. We do have a minister who has just started to speak. Of course, if you want to watch the funeral services, we are streaming it live on Click on Detroit and Local 4 Plus, and we will have continuing coverage and a lot more coming up tonight at 5 o'clock. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
All right, Priya, thank you for that update. We're also following breaking news this noon. It is sad news from the NHL. Guy Lafleur has passed away. His family announced it this morning that he passed away following a battle with lung cancer. He played 14 seasons with Montreal and won 5 Stanley Cup titles in the 1970s. Lafleur was the first NHL player to score 50 goals with 100 points in 6 straight seasons and is the Canadiens' all-time leading point scorer. He was 70 years old. We want to switch gears and take a look outside this noon and at Brandon's forecast as we gear up for the afternoon and look ahead to the weekend and a big game for the Tigers tonight.
Maybe, Rhonda. We're still, listen, I think the best thing is to sort of wait it out, see if everything sort of comes to as it is expected to, and we could have trouble later tonight, but right now it's not too shabby. We're mainly in the lower 50s and about 5-10 degrees cooler than we were noon yesterday. Remember, the sun came out and we took off. But on this Earth Day, we have temperatures middle upper 50s and rain chances after 3 and 4 p.m. There's rain trying to come at us right now, spreading clouds our way. It's sort of that battle between dry and wet weather. You can see Storm Tracker 4 is bone dry, and so again, we're still several hours away, but our rain and thunder chances increase even more so after about 7 p.m. So not only rain, but some rumbles of thunder and lightning possible for the game tonight. Of course, Miguel going for hit 3,000. This could turn into a Saturday doubleheader instead, but we'll keep an eye on it and keep you posted. Expect rain late afternoon and this evening.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. We are working to learn more today about a shooting involving a Detroit police officer. It all unfolded overnight outside of the BP gas station at Schoolcraft and Outer Drive. This is on Detroit's west side. Police say that one man is now in the hospital after being shot by a Detroit police officer. We're told that that man hit the officer with his vehicle, and that is when the officer fired at the man, hitting him in the shoulder. The officer who was hit is okay. The driver who was shot will be okay as well and is in police custody. 2 Michigan State Police troopers are recovering after their cruiser was rear-ended by a suspected drunk driver. It happened this morning on the Southfield Freeway near I-96. The driver, identified as a 38-year-old man from Oak Park, was arrested. During a search, a gun was found inside of the car as well. We're told that one trooper has a concussion and the other has lower back injuries. Both have been treated and released from the hospital. Preparations are underway for the demolition of a Madison Heights building responsible for that toxic green chemical contamination. City officials approved the site's demolition earlier this week. Officials say that 2 grants totaling $750,000 will cover the cost of the demolition. The site first gained attention after that toxic contamination was discovered in December 19th, resulting in green ooze seeping from that building into the soil and right down onto I-696. The site has been closed down by the state since 2016. Russia continues its push to take over the eastern part of Ukraine, and President Joe Biden is sending more economic and military assistance to Ukraine. Bree Jackson is in Washington with more on the desperate battle for control of eastern Ukraine.
Ukraine's president is again calling on allies for urgent military supplies. President Biden is looking to meet those needs and also calling on Congress to do more. Satellite images appear to show mass graves outside the besieged city of Mariupol. Vladimir Putin declared a victory there. Ukrainian forces trapped inside a steel plant say otherwise.
We're still fighting. We destroyed 1 tank today, 2 armored fighting vehicles, and 1 armored personnel carrier.
President Biden says more heavy artillery, drones, and other weapons for Ukraine are on the way.
To help prepare Ukraine for Russia's offensive that's going to be more limited in terms of geography, but not in terms of brutality.
In addition to a new $800 million military assistance package, the U.S. is sending more economic support, banning Russian-affiliated ships from U.S. ports, and fast-tracking some Ukrainian refugees into the United States.
This program will be fast. It will be streamlined.
Some advocates fear the new program will limit access for vulnerable groups, including those without ties to the U.S.
Those who have means or are connected to American institutions are going to have access. But those who have fewer resources, they're going to struggle.
As Russian forces gain ground in the east, Ukrainian soldiers say more military aid is still needed.
But again, probably that's not enough.
To keep weapons flowing to Ukraine, President Biden says he'll ask Congress for additional funding next week. Last month, Congress approved $13.6 billion in aid for Ukraine, including $6.5 billion in military assistance. President Biden says that funding has been nearly exhausted. In Washington, I'm Bree Jackson. Back to you.
All right, Bree, thank you. Today marks the 51st anniversary of Earth Day. It is widely recognized as the largest secular observance in the world. Earth Day started back in 1970 because of growing concern over air pollution caused by leaded gas. Earth Day is an annual event celebrated all around the world, marked by more than a billion people every year in more than 190 countries. A lot going on here in Detroit today for it as well. And history could be made tonight if the Tigers game can get off despite the rain in the forecast. And it is the Tigers' Miguel Cabrera that is 1 hit away from recording 3,000 career hits. Yesterday afternoon, Cabrera went hitless, including the Yankees intentionally walking him in his last chance at bat in the 8th inning. He could become the 7th player in the MLB history with 500 home runs and 3,000 hits. The Tigers play the Colorado Rockies tonight at 7 p.m., weather permitting. Still to come, how does free gas sound? We're going to tell you about a special gas giveaway that is happening over the weekend in Detroit. When and where, just ahead. But first, the battle over masks continuing, with some cities ending mask mandates while others extending them. We'll have a look at where everything stands when we come back.